Hey, fatty! We got a nice high protein, high carb bodybuilding / weight loss meal for you fat pigs today. So I'm going to start with my pineapple. Smash back a couple cans of pineapples. High protein, high carb. If you're going to optimize your 1 meal a day diet, high protein, high carb, low fat. Not no fat. This meal's not crazy low fat, but it's getting less than the pizza per se. I like to always start these meals with this pineapple. It's refreshing. Especially after all the hot tub and sauna work that I do. You know what we'll do? We'll sandwich some meat between these 2 cans of pineapple today. We got some serious raw steak, baby. I can't tip it too far. I do have some olive oil on this. Olive oil, a shitload of salt, and Frank's Red Hot Sauce. If you can see it. I don't want to spill that olive oil all over the place. All right. Let's get it in. Okay, I like the raw steak. Okay, I like it raw, baby. Especially these cheap cuts that are leaner. Okay, these are the leaner cuts. When they're raw, they're more tender. Okay, I've been eating steak like this for years. Okay, I don't eat the expensive fatty cuts raw, those ones you'd cook up. Which is not the kind of meat you want to be eating if you're trying to get the best body composition. High protein, high carb, low fat. If we're going to argue about macros, optimally, now if you're a fat ass pig, you can eat whatever you want. And it's going to take you to an excellent body weight on a 1 meal a day weight loss diet. But optimally, high protein, high carb, low fat's the best. The best. Nothing competes. Okay, you go low on the protein, you're going to lose muscle. You're not going to recover from hard resistance training, weight training. Body weight calisthenics, you won't recover without the protein. The carbs, obviously they're going to give you crazy energy to train fasted the next day because you store them as muscle glycogen. You're going to keep your hormones in check. You're not going to fry your thyroid like you would on a low carb diet for a prolonged period of time, especially if you're a woman. Okay, it's very simple. Like, it's common sense. Isn't this just common sense? Meat and carbs, low fat, whatever fat's in the meat. This is really lean meat, so I add some olive oil to it. I can't eat like this every day right now because it'll make me lose too much weight. Okay, I'm trying to hold on to 185. That's why I got to dirty it up on the meal a day diet. Okay, if I just kept eating this exact meal that I'm going to eat today, I'll start cutting like crazy. Which is why this is what I would gravitate to in the spring. Oh, that hot sauce on the wrong pipe. These are round steaks. And this is about 2 pounds of meat. I'll tell you right now, nobody is not going to achieve an excellent body composition on a meal that looks like this every day. Nobody, all right? Told you guys a million times, the reason I got to dirty those meals up because I'm literally trying to hold on to 185. Okay, I don't want to lose a pound. I don't want to lose a pound. But I got to show you guys these meals sometimes just for the content. This is my normal meal, all right? When I'm chopping my body fat down to the lower body fat percentages, if that's my goal. If there's a good reason for it. Fat people don't give a shit about getting ripped. Okay, they just want to keep themselves above ground. Which you're going to be able to do on a 1 meal a day diet, eating whatever the hell you want. Make sure you eat briskly. Non-stop eating. You'll never, ever, ever overeat long-term on a meal a day diet if you're following my rules. It's one meal, not a 1 hour eating window. This is why I tell women to dirty their meal up. Women naturally will eat a very low calorie count, especially if it's too clean. Most women would already be done. They'd be done after what I just ate. That can of pineapple and this one steak. They'd be done. When it's clean like this, you will be done. See, I can eat like a horse, and it's going to be everything I got to get in enough food to keep my maintenance calories up. I'll be at a deficit on this meal. Like, literally, if I did this meal for about 4 or 5 days in a row, I'd probably lose, who knows what, 3 pounds? Clean meal. It's no different than any other diet. The only thing is with OMAD, you can get away with the really dirty shit and still get to an excellent body weight without counting any calories. You're just never going to overeat on it. especially if you're still prioritizing protein, which you notice I do even when I eat those pizzas, right? I always have that chicken first. You notice one thing when I make these videos, how I only have a few select meals that I know give me the results that I want. You still, after a while, you still dial things in. Like I got my pizza, my chicken, and my pineapple meal. I got this meal. You know, I know what I can get away with if I went to McDonald's and had burgers. You learn what you can really get away with. And if you're a fat ass eating one meal a day, you can essentially get away with anything until you hit that excellent body weight, which you will every time. Eyeballing the calorie count right now, I'm only like 1,000 calories deep after I finish these 2 steaks and that can of pineapple. I'm not saying that these steaks are 200 calories for 100 grams, which they're not even that high. They're leaner than that. That's why I threw that olive oil on them. How many of you would be? How many of you would already be done? Most of you. Especially you fat pigs, because you got no hunger. Once you start smashing home, you have no hunger. Make sure you salt the shit out of the cleaner the meal, the saltier you gotta make it. You gotta salt the shit out of it. A lot of those dirtier foods already have a pile of salt. This one, I had to drench this shit in salt. And obviously, look how much longer it takes me to eat X amount of calories. When it's clean, like, we know what clean means, dumbasses. Like, I get these stupid comments. Clean means high protein, high carb, low fat. That's a clean diet, straight up. Which still has no restriction. I'm still eating a pile of carbs and a pile of meat. You're not cutting meat and fat out, which is retarded. You're not cutting carbs, which is even more retarded. Eating like this is going to give you the best body composition, period. You're going to hold the most muscle at the lowest body fat levels if you consistently eat like this. These steaks, that'll be like maybe, say if I was eating like this all the time, that'd be maybe a couple times a week, 3 times a week. Do chicken the other days. Maybe some fish. Not maybe, I'd have quite a bit of fish, but usually I'd add a couple of cans of fish to maybe the chicken. Like just adding it in. Okay, like that was a pound of meat, and these lean steaks are like 800 calories for 400 grams. If that. They're not even that high. They're closer to probably about 180 calories per 100 grams. If you're eating like this all the time, you're going to get ripped. On OMAD, you're going to get ripped. Ripped. If you're eating high protein, high carb, low fat, you're going to get ripped. If that's your goal. Have some more pineapples. After I get done this meat, it's carb sit day. Excuse me, shit. Down the wrong pipe. Obviously, the pineapples are straight sugar. I'm talking the rest of the carbs after. You know what's funny? This is probably closer to the meal that a lot of these carnivore bullshitters are actually eating behind the closed doors. They're eating the fruit and the carbs. The only difference is they're eating way too high of fattening. They're eating way too high of fat when it comes to their meat source. That's why they end up stalling when they're still a fat ass. And when I say stall, I'm talking stall when you have like 50 pounds, 100 pounds left to lose. I'm not talking somebody like me who's 20 pounds lighter than the national average male body weight. The average male body weight, according to their bullshit, which I think it's worse than this, is 200 pounds. And the women's like 160 something. My bulking weight is literally 15 to 20 pounds lighter. My bulking weight is 15 to 20 pounds lighter than the national average. You idiots watch way too much YouTube and Instagram and you're desensitized to how much body fat people actually have on them in real life. This is a huge amount of food. And if I had to make a guess, it's not going to crack 3,000 calories. And that's me putting it back. There's not one guy watching this that's a fat pig that's going to finish this meal that I'm eating today. Not one. Not eating it at this pace. Not one. That's why it's impossible to keep weight on when you're eating one meal a day. Not one. Because I got to force this in. You fat pigs don't even have an appetite. Once you settle into that one meal a day diet, there's no appetite. I was actually feeling pretty hungry today. That's why I decided to eat this meal. Because that was the only way I was going to get it in, to have the calories at a decent amount. A meal a day diet eating like this sort of a macro split, I don't give a shit what foods you choose to eat, but this sort of a macro split, okay, you're going to get stripped. Plus, you'll have insane recovery in the gym. Okay, people that aren't eating the protein and the fats, zero, you ain't recovering from my training. Not a chance. Somebody that's eating a low-fat, high-carb diet, like the way the vegans are eating it, you ain't recovering from my training. Not a chance. Okay, my training ain't just biking and running. Okay, you're tearing up the muscles. Even the vegan bodybuilders still have the protein way up. They just got to get it in a different way because they're not eating any meat. Low protein is just straight up retarded. And then the carb volume I'm eating? Shit. The fat guys watching this video, this meal that I'm eating today, you would not be able to eat. You'd be so done after like eating 2,000 calories, you'd be ready to puke. Because you had no appetite. Everybody thinks fat people are big eaters. They're not. Joey Chestnut, who's like literally one of the world's best competitive eaters, talks about this. Okay, fat people can put food back, like if they have all day to eat like anybody else, but can they put food back in 10 minutes? Nope, and that's what OMAD is. 10 minutes, fatty. 15 minutes. Especially if you're fat, you're going to be done. It takes me longer to eat because I got to actually eat way more food to make maintenance. Like, obviously, I could break this into 2 meals. But I don't want it. This is way more convenient. And I have the skills to eat enough in the sitting that I can still chase my goal of holding 185 pounds without having to eat a second meal. But like I said, if you're a woman and you're getting too skinny on OMAD, first thing you do, dirty it up. Have some chocolate bars, fatty. If you still can't maintain weight and you're getting too skinny, then have another snack later. It's simple. So have a snack later if that happens. And it very well can. That's how good one meal a day works. Even on food this clean, if I was being loose on counting my calories, and you said I could have 3 meals a day, I can go over eating clean. I can go over. I probably wouldn't because I can eyeball shit and I can tell that I'm under or whatever. But that's the beauty of OMAD. It restricts without you feeling restricted. Because you get to eat a full-sized meal. Obviously, I'm eating like a horse. You're not gonna be eating like me. You just ain't gonna. You're not capable of it. Now my nose is running. Every day when I get out of that sauna, it's running. Plus now I got this hot sauce on here. I do the hot tub and sauna every day damn near. For people that don't know that. I did straight body weight today. I did push-ups and pull-ups today. Couple hundred reps, couple hundred push-ups, couple hundred pull-ups. I did a like a horizontal row on a squat rack. I just got up there like a monkey and I was doing rows on the bars with my feet up. If you want to talk about, in my opinion, the training style that basically almost forces you to lose weight is bodyweight calisthenics. Bodyweight calisthenics promotes weight loss. Now, if you're super fat, lifting weights is the best thing. But that should be some serious goals when you get lighter to be able to do bodyweight calisthenics with high volume. There's not one guy that you'll show me that's going to be obese that's doing bodyweight calisthenics. Not one. There's lots of obese powerlifters, bodybuilders that slip into that obesity side of things on a bulk. Bodyweight calisthenics, nope. You can't be fat and do 20 pull-ups, fatty. Fat people can't do pull-ups, sorry. At least not very many. Imagine they had an event in strongman where those fat bastards had to do strict pull-ups. Strict from a dead hang. I bet you the winner would be able to do like 10. And that's elite level strength athletes. That's how much body weight will promote weight loss. Because you see your reps and everything go up too. So you make gains while you're cutting body fat, where when you're just generally pumping iron, having fat on you definitely helps you move more weight. Like, for example, like bench pressing is literally a fat guy sport. Like, the biggest bench pressers in the world are the fattest guys. Same with squatting. If you care about the big 3 lifts. But you shouldn't even worry about them. You should focus on everything, not just chasing a big-ass heavy squat or bench press or deadlift. That's dumb shit. Unless you're competing in powerlifting. You want to be working everything. All angles. The deadlift's the only one that doesn't drop like a stone as you lose weight. I was talking a bit more. This video's gonna be a little longer. The cream corn is my starch of choice. It tastes better than rice. I still like rice. I'll cook up some rice once in a while and throw a bunch of honey and shit on it. But potatoes, obviously there's way more work. You gotta cook them up. I can just hammer this out of the can. It's sweet, it's tasty. This meal I'm eating here today, I could eat this every night. Every night. until I'm literally cut. This exact meal, maybe knocking one of those steaks out. On a meal-a-day diet, with my current training volume, if I did it for enough days in a row, and it's literally a joke to sustain for me to eat like this will get me sub 10% body fat. If I just kept doing it. Lean meat, carbs will get you ripped. Ripped with muscle. This diet actually ramps your metabolism up. You need protein, you need muscle to ramp up your metabolism. That's why you'll see a lot of low-fat, high-carb vegans. They're doing a stupid amount of steady-state cardio. Their calorie burn at rest isn't that great because they lack muscle mass, straight up. Their BMR is not great. Muscle's expensive for your body to hold on to. Burns a lot of calories when you're at rest. When you're eating one meal a day like this, you don't have to do gross amounts of cardio to get really lean. As long as you're weight training, or even better, body weight calisthenics, and then maybe throw in some general physical preparedness type stuff. Like for me, doing like some sled pulls, farmer's carries, punching the punching bag, swimming. You're going to get lean eating like this every day. I'm not ready to do this diet every day just yet. Probably come March. Oh, I haven't weighed myself in like what? Way over a week now? One meal a day, throw the scale away, fat pig. It's pointless, especially if you're eating like this. Shit, you don't need to weigh yourself, you're just gonna get lean. All I do is look in the mirror. Simple. Like I said, today I was a little bit more hungry, so I know I'm running a little lower. I could tell today I was down in weight. I didn't have to get on the scale, I could just tell. And I'll probably be down again tomorrow. So I have to amp it back up. Smash a pizza. I think I'll just have one more can of this stuff. Then I'm done. I'm done right now. My calories are way under. So I'm telling you, if you're eating lean meat and carbs on a meal a day, you're getting ripped. Ripped. Trust me. I've been avoiding this meal just because this meal will get me ripped, and I don't want to get ripped right now. At all. Okay? I want to be in striking distance from really lean, but I do not want to lose any weight. I want my work capacity to be higher in the gym. See why you don't gotta count shit? You'll undereat like crazy. Oh no, man. My maintenance right now to maintain 185 pounds exact with my training volume is north of 3,500 calories a day. And I literally haven't even hit 3,000 with this style of meal. So what do you think would happen if I'm running a 500 calorie deficit? Obviously that deficit will get smaller. Because as you get leaner, your BMR drops. Assuming I can maintain the same training volume. You're going to lean out like crazy. So what's going to happen? It should be just common sense. Lean meat and fat-free carbs on a 1 meal a day diet is going to get you ripped. Straight up. Without losing an ounce of muscle. Without losing an ounce of muscle. Man, I'm done. I'm way under. See? That's the point I wanted to prove today. I couldn't even get this. I could get this can in, but I'm stuffed. The volume's so high. Until next time, eating 1 meal a day, eating whatever the hell you want, will take a fat person from fat to an excellent body weight. And if you want to go from an excellent body weight to ripped, 1 meal a day, high protein, high carb, low fat, you fat pig.